Now, let us look at functions of JavaScript. To start off, creating a function, type in function and the function name, which we name it getName here with open and close brackets, and then the other special open and close brackets. So this function has a name of getName, and it will perform any code that are in between this and this bracket. So for example, and this function does this. So let's say save and see what happens. I inspect the element now. You can see that the console is empty. Now what is happening here? What is happening here is that actually, because all these codes are in this function, and there are no codes here that tries to execute this function. So basically a function is a code waiting in line for us to call the function and execute the code within it. So if we want to run this function, we use the following code. Type in the function name and the open and close bracket. If there are no parameters, you do not need to enter anything here. So let's save and see what happens. I refresh. You can see that the function is now executed and it prints out my name is and John. This shows that it will print every code in between these two brackets here. So if you have heard, so far you have heard of me talking about parameters. Now what are parameters? Parameters are like values that you can pass in the function as mentioned earlier. So for example, we have a parameter of, let's name the parameter name. So if the parameter is name, we need to pass in a value here to match this parameter. Let's change this to name and change this to team. Now in this example here, this function getName will be executed with the team as the parameter, and this parameter name is called name. So any variable with the name value with the name of name will have this value, which is team, when we call the function. So the console should print my name is and then team in the next line. Let's save and see whether it's what I have mentioned. I refresh the website. You can see that my name is team. To avoid confusion, let me explain again. This value team is passed into this function getName, and it is actually this. So after it's passed into function, it's also passed into this value here, name, and print out, the console will print out as team. Let's try another one. Tommy. So if I save, you can see that my name is Tommy. So it has changed the name value to Tommy by when you call the function.